Okay, good morning. I'll give you 15 seconds to look at the joke of the day. It's a pretty good one. Boulder. Okay, we're going to recap the homework. And the last thing we're going to learn as far as naming goes is naming cyclic or cyclic molecules. I'm going to give you some homework, and we'll talk at the end about what's going to happen over the break. Okay, and the spiral is due, number 15 is going to be due a week from today. So I am going to have you do a few things. They're all going to be review, a few things over the break, quote unquote, because that's what the governor told us to do. All right, so let's take a look at the homework. No. Okay, I believe this was it. Let's go a little bit bigger. All right, so a reminder that we name these according to where the bonds are. So normally, I would have, we're still going to count the number of carbons that I have. That's still going to be important, obviously. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I've got 5 carbons. But my numbering is dictated by where the double or the triple bond is. So I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but this bond here tells me that I have to start on this end because that's the lowest, I have to do the lowest number carbon. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And when I'm naming alkenes and alkynes, I have to name the number of the carbon that has the double or the triple bond. So this one is essentially called 1. How many carbons are there? 5. So that's pent. So that's 1 pent. And is this a double or a triple bond? It's a double bond, so that makes this 1 pentene. 1 pentene. Now you might also see it as pent 1ene. Either one of those you could see. All right, so there's number 1. Number 2, now I've got a substituent in fluorine. So what do? What takes precedent? Is it the double bond or the naming of the substituent? Well, if I have a choice, it's going to be the double bond. The double bond takes precedence over any kind of substituent there. So how many carbons do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4, so it's going to be a bute of some sort. And this is the double bond, so I have to start at this end. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I still name it with the substituents at the beginning. So this is 3-fluoro. One, that's where my double bond is. I don't have any other substituents. 1, and it's 4 long, so that's bute. This makes it a double bond, and the double bond tells me that it is an ene. 3-fluoro, 1-butene. You could also see this as 3-fluoro, bute 1-ene. Just for your own brain. I'm not going to be able to do that, am I? I'm going to move it up. Get rid of these. Okay, number 3 is here. Oops, let me get rid of this. Nice catch. Number 3. Number 3 is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I've got another one here. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't really matter because both of these, if you want to call this the substituent group or this the substituent group, both of them are coming off of that carbon, so it doesn't really matter. How do I start my numbering? Well, here's a triple bond, so I have to start over here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's a hept of some sort. Where's my substituent group? Here. It's a methyl. So this is 6-methyl. 1. How many are there? 7. That's hept. And what is my bond? It's a triple bond, so it's not heptane, it's not heptene, it is heptyne. 6-methyl, 1-heptyne. Again, this could be 6-methyl, hept 1-ine. Okay, number 4. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm going to go with this one because this long chain includes the fluorine, which is a substituent. Now what do I do? Well, how do I number? Remember, I want the lowest combination of numbers if there are substituents. So if I did 1, 2, 3, 4, it could be 4-ethyl, 5-fluoro. So I could go 4, 5. Or I could go 1, 2, 3. Well, from experience, you know, and basic math, this totals 9, this one totals 5. I'm going with the lowest one. So I'm going to start over here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, how do I name it? Remember, if I've got substituent groups, I have to name it according to the alphabetical law. So this is a 2-carbon addition, 2-carbon substituent, not easy to say. This is ethyl. This one is fluoro. E comes before F, so I'm going to name this one first. So this is 3-ethyl, 2-fluoro, and any double bonds? No triple bonds or double bonds, so this is an ane and 6. So hexane. 3-ethyl, 2-fluorohexane. Okay, good so far? All right, number 5. Let's try this one. Any double or triple bonds? No. We've got 3 substituents. What are my choices? 1, 2, 3, 4. I could go 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go 4, 6, 7. 4, 6, and 7. Or I could go 1, 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. Well, I've got 17 here and 7, 10 here. This one is what I'm going to take, so I'm going to start from the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is an 8. This is octane. Now, remember, with the substituents, I have to use my alphabetic rule. So what comes first? B comes before C, which comes before F. So 3 bromo. 2 chloro, 5 fluoro. What's my total? 8. That's oct. No double bonds. It's an ane. Awesome. 3 bromo, 2 chloro, 5 fluorooctane. I knew you'd like these. Aren't they fun? All right, let's get rid of these and move down to the drawing portion. All right, let's change it up a little. Okay, first one, number 6, chloromethane. Methane is 1 carbon, and chloro, I can put it anywhere. I don't have to name the number because there's only 1. You can't have 1 chloromethane because there's only 1 chlorine. Excuse me, only 1 carbon. Number 7, 2-methylpropane. Propane is 3. 1, 2, 3. 2-methyl, and this should be together. The L should be right next to the P. 2-methyl is right here. Don't forget your hydrogens all the way around. Make sure that each of your carbons has 4 lines around it. 4 lines around it. Okay? And just as a reminder, carbon only makes covalent bonds. Do you think that would be polar? Methylchloro or chloromethane? Sometimes that's known as methyl chloride, actually. This is polar because chlorine has a greater pull, greater electronegativity than the carbon does. Do you think that would dissolve in water? Yes, it's polar. It's a polar molecule. Not all of them are, but this would be. Number 8, 1 bromo. This should have a dash. 1 bromo, 2 fluoroethane. These should go together. Ethene, that's 2, right? And ene